What is going on, guys? Kris here, ironcoregyms.com. Got tons of stuff on our social media channels. You can follow both my gyms, Ironcore Rosettto, Ironcore Nazareth. Two of the best gyms here in the Lehi Valley, guaranteed. Got adult fitness, we got athlete training, youth training. We got our own open gyms. Been doing this for a long time, working with athletes, well over 20 years. Tons of kids from the youth level all the way up to professionals. I will never take 110% ownership of I made that kid who it is today. I will say I did 1% with that guy, something. If it was a quote we used, if it was advice. You know, it's the same thing when everybody goes to seminars. I always say, if you come away with that one nugget of information, that could be life-changing. I remember when Derek Lively was in. Derek is playing for the Dallas Mavericks right now. He came in 3 times. I got a chance to train him and talk with him. And this is right before he went to Duke. #1 player in the country, walked through my door, got to talk to him, got to work with him 3 times. And it is just incredible to think that mindset of what you need to be ready for at that time and that day. Being the #1 player in the country, everybody wants you. Everybody's on you 24/7. Same thing going to the pros. You know, you're a celebrity now. You know, now it's a business. You're in the business now. College is a business now too for basketball and all the new rules. Even talking to a couple of my guys that are overseas. Talk to them every once in a while. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Been doing this for over 20 plus years. Can't even think the thousands of kids. One the other week came in, Austin. Started training with him 13 years ago. He was an all-state defensive end his senior year. I started working with him 7th grade year. Remember, his dad used to bring him down. His dad ended up passing away, I want to say either sophomore or junior year. Freaking phenomenal would do anything for his kids. He'd bring him down to me at the park, work with him a little bit, 7th, 8th grade. 9th grade, I want to say it was 9th grade year was when we opened up our first business there, Ironcore, up in a little local town we have. And he was one of the first ones to sign up. Playing football in high school. Obviously, you got to go to the weight room if you want to play football in high school. And you got to be there with your team. And his dad always brought him down after. You know, he still came down and trained with us. Was he tired? Absolutely, he was tired. But he was setting himself up for success in the long term, in the long way. I remember probably his junior year. I'd always get a text from him. Hey, I'm coming down today. I was at the school. Worked out with the track team. Then I did lifting with the team. Now I'm coming down to see you. So it's like, holy crap. I got all this stuff going on. I'm still finding time to come train. Maybe pulling sleds. Kris, I don't feel good. Goes outside, throws up, comes back in, continues to go. You know, trying to get his friends to come. Teammates, nah, I already work out. Okay. Continue to train junior year, senior year. All-state defensive end. A small little school. Crazy. It's crazy to think about those things. But he has that motor. Recently came in, told me he's a local cop now. During the academy, got the 100% award. I was like, dude, that is awesome. You know what he said? It was all because of you. has a place in my heart, guys, because that's what we do it for. I don't do it for the glory. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see these kids succeed. You know, they're paying me, believing in me. I got to bring my A game. Sometimes I got to tell them the unfortunate news. Hey, dude, you got to slow down. You got to take some time off. You know, you got to do certain things. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? These are things I need to do if I want to succeed. I remember Matt Camilletti played at St. Francis Division I AA. I forget the exact team. It was one of the top 25 teams. They played the first game. Every time he came in, that was the reminder. What we're training for. Traveling down, I forget where it was at. But it was always, I'm traveling to, boom. That's my mindset. I gotta work today. And he would just outwork everybody, pushing himself to be the best he can be. And that's contagious, guys. That's contagious because we can feel that. Surround yourself with other guys who have the same mentality. First female we ever trained, we ran a contest for a free month. I'm like, I got all these guys here. Ran a female for a contest. Danny Faye won. She was a local athlete here. She ended up going to play at Penn State main campus. Came in for that first month. Freaking outworked the guys. I was like, holy crap, this is freaking awesome. Outworked the guys. As they're going through everything, I remember her saying the travel team she was on wasn't competitive enough. And talked to the coach, found a team that was going to challenge her more. I was like, holy crap. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to surround themselves with the best. But sometimes when we surround ourselves with the best, we're going to sit on the bench. We get our ring, we get our reward, we get our trophy. Whew, we made it. No, you didn't. You sat on the freaking bench. Ended up playing for this team. Oh God, she came for what, 3, 4, 5 years? It was maybe 2 years after that. Maybe it was when she signed to go to college. She's like, I need to work on my diet. Holy crap, you're in freaking high school and you want to work on your diet? I've never heard of this before. So my wife sat down with her, came up with a plan, and she did it. She followed through. Followed up. This isn't the parents coming to me. This isn't a friend. This isn't a coach. This is somebody who wants to get better. It's just awesome to think about. And, you know, we have our goal board at the gym, and she wanted to start as a freshman at Penn State. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure she started 4 years center field at Penn State. I remember watching the games on TV or on their phone, whatever it was, you know, different ones there. And just seeing her out in the outfield with, she was mic'd up the one game, and the announcers are like, the amount of field she covers is insane for her age and where she's at. But it just shows the commitment and the mentality that she has as a player and as a person, that, you know, if I'm going to put my mind to something, I can do whatever I want to do. And it translated to the collegiate level. You know, she'll still message me to this day, thanking me, you know, and hey, when you're home, stop in, come talk to the younger kids, you know, explain to them where you were at, what you did. And, you know, these are things we can't find on YouTube. These aren't things we can go and find on ChatGPT. I want to hear from you. You went to Penn State. You worked out with Kris. You had your diet with his wife. I want to follow that path. And you can do it, absolutely. Signing up for it's one thing. Actually physically doing it's another. And that's the hard part people don't like to do. They think by signing up at the gym, I'm going to be a Division I athlete. They think by getting that nutrition plan, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. They think by signing up for this great team that I'm on, I'm going to be a Division I athlete. I'm sorry, that doesn't work that way. By signing up and doing all those things is just getting you to that position. Now's when the work starts. Nate Voorhees played at Stroudsburg. Last one I'll talk about here, I promise. He ended up going to Connecticut his freshman year. Same thing. I need to surround myself with the best athletes in the world in the area because I want to be the best. He had the mentality of a 25-year-old kid as a 19, 18-year-old kid. And it was incredible to hear that because, you know, I want to be the best. We all do. But we don't want to put ourselves around the best people. We want to be around the worst people so we feel good about ourselves. Nate wasn't like that. Nate was like, listen, it's awesome to be a Division I athlete. But now that's when the work starts. You got there because you were the big fish in a small pond. And you're freaking very athletic. You're the best in the best. You went to the camps, you put the work in, you did everything to get to that level. Stay late, work on those off days. Go in when nobody's telling you to go in. And prepping yourself for whatever it is. Coaches would have to probably kick him out because he's in there too long. Little things like that. And you get to the Division I level and it's like, okay, we start at 5:30 in the morning. You don't get home till 10, 11 o'clock at night. No matter what the task is for that day. No matter what that task is for that day, you go out and you can do that. And that's why you're successful. You know, so not only is that setting you up for success with, you know, your sport, but it's also setting you up for success with life in general. So when you get out of school, when the sports are over, and you gave everything 110%, whatever you could do in today's day and age, you can say to yourself, wow, I didn't make it to the end game, but I did everything in my power to get there. 1% better every day.